Green Veil. Agent Francis York Morgan.
Ah, I finally got to see the real Green Veil. I knew you country folk were shy. It took you long enough to show me who you really are.
York. This is a wonderful and powerful town. Especially when it is raining.
I always get depressed when it rains. Especially in this town.
This town has two great treasures. Do you know what they are, York?
Those seeds are one of them. But I don't think they deserve to be called a treasure.
An ordinary man like you could never appreciate their true value. But you'll agree with my selection on the second treasure anyway.
I don't disagree with treasure number 2. Emily sparkles like a precious gem.
This town changed since she came here. The goddess from the city gave us the fruit of knowledge and gave us sin. When I first saw her, I realized I was such a fool. A fool for being satisfied by the petty girls from this countryside town.
George, I agree you were a fool, and you are a fool, even now.
Shut it, York! You're the fool here. Becky, Diane, and Carol. They all died right in front of you. You couldn't save even one of them. Not even one. You're the worthless fool here, and that's what proves it. But me, unlike you, I am strong. I have power. My mother taught me, the strong, who can overpower others, is always correct and right. My mother stepped on my face with her stiletto heels because she had power. And when her heel pierced my cheek, I learned to respect her. Since then, I obtained power of my own and found my own disciples. I became divine. All I need now is that goddess of fate. And grab her with my hands. I want Emily in her stiletto heels.
You're out of your mind. The goddess won't smile for you anymore, George.
I wonder where George was hiding the spiky...
Whoever shot down a deer.
Oh, they're talking about the deer. Hang on.
Different from shooting a man. Deer hunting is great. They can be erotic creatures. Those black eyes, firm hips, and slender legs. Hunting is a sign of power, especially deer hunting. Did you know, York? From time to time, there's a family of deer that comes down to the graveyard. I shot them full of bullets, and they still remain standing. First, I thought they were zombies. When I snuck up on one, cut its stomach out, I found the truth. The red seeds. Those seeds made those deer invincible.
George, no Olympics for you. You'll fail the doping test. You'd be good food for wild animals, though.
Shut your crap, York. I have these seeds because I chose them.
I like shut your crap.
That proves my divinity.
He's a messy eater. And with the upside down peace sign on his back.
This is the mark my mother gave me. Proof of power. The red tree.
The
red tree. You've got that all wrong, George. That's the mark of child abuse.
That's no use, York. Carol's death gave me eternal strength. It's surging through my body. I can no longer be killed. York, aren't you honored? You'll be the first to congratulate me for my new powers.
So I gotta be honest, he was cooler when he had the raincoat on. But, you know, hey, you don't get everything you want. So I wonder where he was hiding those spiky wrist things. So you might have guessed, by the way, his weak point is the giant glowing red spot on his back. And this gun does a lot of damage, and yeah, I don't know whether he recovers health, but I can't stun him. Oh, he turns around so quickly. Like I said, he was cooler looking and more threatening when he was in Raincoat Killer mode. Like, I'm gonna have to get him to charge at me and then get him before he spins around. Probably would be easy to do this with a submachine gun, but I do more damage with this. I only have to hit him 3 times, I think.
You think you're so clever? I've got maybe more.
Shot you in the butt. You're an invincible butt. So yeah, I don't know whether he was whether he just. I don't think. There we go.
You think you're so clever? I've got maybe more.
I mean, I'm pretty clever. I think there is a second stage to this.
Anna and Becky involved was all too easy. Carol and Thomas built a secret club for me. All we had to do was tell them about it, and they were giddy to join us immediately. That's where I used the seeds of Anna and Becky. Amazing results, let me tell you. They went berserk, like cats in heat. Anna, especially, enjoyed the seeds. So I made my decision. She would be the first sacrifice for my immortality.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning, by the way, Anna, Becky, Carol, Diane, Emily, A, B, C, D, E.
George, your poetic prose is a bit confusing.
If you figure that out early on, you can figure out the order of...
Let me reword this so
the
it
women.
makes sense. You chose
And
Anna
then
as
Thomas.
your first victim, so you could be a first-degree murderer. And you framed Thomas so it looked like he did it.
You saw him, didn't you? All made up. Poor fellow.
He knew that he was only being treated as a substitute for Emily. He knew that. Carol knew too. But they played along with your sick games.
Oh my, you're making me cry. He's the one who told me about the Raincoat Killer. About how to become divine, too. He didn't believe any of it, but when he told me, it all made sense. Why was I born in such a run-down dump? Why did my mother beat me every day? Why didn't Emily want me? All these things were just preparing me for something more. Ultimate power! Ah!
Oh yeah. He's going full Resident Evil. Oh no, actually I don't think he does go full Resident Evil. I think he just goes... He goes slightly more Lobo. Oh no, he does. Okay, I forgot about the. I forgot about the hair. Right, yeah.
With an imagination like that, you belong in the zoo. A Hollywood zoo.
That's not a cool and funny one-liner, York. I'm sorry.
I'm taking it serious, York.
So I can't actually remember how. I don't.
Let's
So now he throws his axe. But I think the weak spot is still the glowing red spot on his back.
You don't think you can beat me,
Oh.
York?
I didn't see the. Ha! You can't hit me when I'm on the ground. Need my gun out.
Let's settle this, York.
Oh, that didn't do a whole lot of damage. Which is a worry.
This is the end. Ah!
Oh, damn it, don't reload.
Yeah.
Can you do the... Yeah, I need you to swing the other way as well. Ah, okay.
It's
Lost
not
fights.
possible for me to die anymore.
Like, I don't know what his plan is after this. Like, he's just going to go around... Look, I mean, it's the same as the thinking of Resident Evil villains. Where they're like... I'm going to turn myself into a giant mutated monster to defeat you. And then it's like... So what are you going to do after you stop... you know, what's the end game here?
Let's settle this, York. This is the end. Ah!
I'm not too close.
Yeah.
Sure, I have to get around the back of them.
Let's settle this, York.
I'm trying to. Stop throwing axes at me. There we go. Yeah, no, it is still the back is the weak spot. I just missed it last time, and he's almost dead. Like, I've got absolute power. No, I needed you only to slash once that time.
It's not possible for me to die anymore.
There we go. Yes, it is.
You scum.
It's like apart from this giant glowing weakness on my back, I'm immortal. It's like, well, I guess I'll just... I don't know how I'm ever going to defeat you.
Mama, I didn't do anything bad. Why? Why are you doing this to me? It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I know I'm gonna apologize to Piranha tonight. I know I didn't forgive, but still, I didn't do anything wrong. You know who it was. He's the one who made me do all this. He's the one that gave me the wonderful present. And it filled me with confidence. And that was when I realized. That I am blessed.
I really should have been taking this opportunity to shoot in the back some more.
York, No, you haven't. Right to hold on to it.
Ah.
You mean this? Why are you so concerned about this locket?
I told you, I'm the chosen one. Only the chosen one can own that locket. That's what he told me. Haha, I am special.
Okay.
I am.
I can't... Hang on, I can't move.
I am the chosen one.
There we go. I think I just shoot... Yeah, I mean, I did have to, because... Well, unless this is going to cut to a scene of me getting hit with the axe. There we go. Hoisted by his own axe.
How can this be? I'm divine.
No. You're a first-degree murderer. And I'm a federal agent. George, of course you're going to lose.
I like the idea after this, York's just like, thanks God! Thanks for the assist! And it's just constantly like, no problem. But now he's become the red tree, except he's like charred and black. Is he still alive? Apparently, it's really tiring trying to remain that cool in front of him. I do like York's just steadfast sort of belief. It's just like, I don't care if you're a big supernatural ogre. You're a murderer, and I'm the FBI, and I'm going to stop you because I'm really good at my job. Oh, I've become tiny again. Oh, but there's a trading card here. Valentine Morgan, that's my mum. I think, I might be wrong on this, but I think basically there are 26 characters in this game and there's one for each letter of the alphabet. Except Isaac and Isaiah both count for the letter I.
You will also be able to return back soon.
I was thinking about this while I was whilst I was watching one of the other cutscenes, but I don't want to talk over it too much.
Very soon, you'll be able to go back to where you came from.
Okay. I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure there's a character for every letter of the alphabet, and it ends with... V, Valentine. Yeah, Usher, Valentine, Willie, Xander, York, and Zach. Yeah, stands to reason. He's all just going to giggle at me. I'm still going to talk to them. I can understand why they giggle at me. Look at my little run. Look at my little toddler trot. This is you dumbass.
You also need to have more fun. I'll play with you a little if you like.
Okay. What's up, Shadow Dad?
Expect no praise. You did nothing but your duty.
Thanks, Shadow Dad. Waddle, 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 waddle. Hi, Shadow Mum.
Francis, well done. I'm sure your father wants to congratulate you.
I'm pretty sure. So I bet I had to talk to all of those before I'd unlock. I'm pretty sure that Valentine's model, and York's mum's model, is just Emily's with different hair. I might be wrong on that. Maybe that's why York likes her so much. Whole Oedipal thing. What's up, Harry?
I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to go with your parents yet. There is still something you need to do. Open that envelope.
There's still more? Of course. I forget what's in the envelope.
Agent York, finally you're awake.
How long have I been out?
A whole day, plus 10 hours or so. I wanted to challenge you to a game, but you were asleep.
Emily. Which room is Emily in?
Emily? What, she hurt too? She hasn't come into the hospital.
What? I told Kaysen to bring her here.
Kaysen? Well, Kaysen came. I mean, he's the one who brought you here. Which reminds me. He asked me to give you this.
What is it?
I don't know. He just asked me to hand it to you after you woke up. Anyway, you solved the case, right? Hey, do you want to play some chess?
Sorry. I'll have to take a rain check. I have an urgent issue I need to attend to, and I need to leave the hospital. Zach, I have a bad feeling about this.
That's right, kids. We stopped the murderer, but we haven't stopped the mastermind. Yeah. So, it's about to get silly. And if you thought, this game was already quite silly. It's about to get a lot sillier. So, I think that wants me to go to George's house. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I can fast travel there. I can't fast travel there because I haven't been there. But, oh no, I have been to George's house. Can I just fast travel to George's house? That's where I need to go. Will it let me? I might need to drive. Nope, I need to drive. Please tell me you brought my car. Yes! Cool, and it's spooky hour, which means we might see the enemy that I was talking about. But I think now it's always spooky hour. Lights on, wipers on. I always forget how to get out of this couple.
I have a really bad feeling about all this. I truly believe George was murdered, or after killing him, of course, did not solve all the murders related to the Red Seeds. I do not know if what Harry said is true at all. But the answer to the mystery of those Red Seeds is here in this town. I'm sure of that. I failed as an FBI agent. I left Emily alone as I slept through an entire day. Zach, I need you to pray with me. Pray that things have not gone too far. All we can do is go to the location in Cason's letter.
Yeah, so there's giant dogs. So, there's dogs all over the town. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. I'll tell you during the end. And yeah, if you drive around whilst it's during the crazy hours, the dogs become giant, and they're not that much of a problem whilst you're in your car. That I remember. I mean, my car's invulnerable at the moment, so yeah, they can just kind of... If my car wasn't invulnerable, it might be a problem, but as is, they're just kind of... Well, they're just kind of big, adorable red dogs. I mean, not red, they're normal Doberman colours, but their eyes and bits are glowing red, is what I mean. Yeah, so we're coming up to the end of the game. So, George mentioned it in his little death speech to his mum that... Nailed it. Nailed it. What's up, dog? Can you give me a boost? There we go. Cheers, boy. Good dog. Just make sure this actually does go where I need it to go. But he mentioned it that obviously someone had to have told George about the Red Seed. Well, no, I mean, he figured out the Red Seeds bit, but obviously someone had to tell him about the legend. And yeah, gave him the locket, and... Wow. Let's just say there's still a couple more mysteries to solve. And first off, we're going to George's house. So George has got a sick mother. He's mentioned her before when we were delivering the flower to him and bothering him. And now that he's dead, he needs someone to look after his mother. He can't just leave her on her own. That'd be cruel and inhumane. She's been on her own for a whole day. God knows what state she's in. So let's drive over and see how she's doing. I wonder if the milk barn's open. We're not doing the final quest, by the way, for the milk barn. As it turns out, I just never got a chance to go and do it. It's not missing a huge amount. Basically, what happens is you go to their house and the closet opens up. See, red tree in his house, and an ice cream van. That's not in the game. I'm just going to wait until the ice cream van stops. It's just my fault for playing this game at this time of day. This is what this is. Yeah, you go to Keith and Lily's house, and you open a door which has his guitar inside, and then you go back to the milk barn and return the guitar, and Keith gives you the gold card. I don't know why York's surprised that it led to his house, because it says on the map George in big letters. Like it's really obvious that it's George's house, even if you don't follow the the map's useless. It just says go. He might have just written "Go to George's house" on a piece of paper. Yeah, this is why you can't peek into George's house, by the way, because he's boarded up all the windows.
This is most strange, Zach. I thought the story was all over. But it looks like there's something else before we get to see the ending.
That's right. I don't know why exactly York thinks that from this alone. Like, he's right. But I don't know why this prompts him to think that, because it's like, well, obviously the house of the deranged man who thought the red seeds and killing people would give him infinite power is going to be a bit weird. Oh, okay. I was expecting there to be a reaction of something, and it just needed a few seconds for York to kind of compose himself. Got a lot of mannequins. I feel like that's one of those things that, if you're a serial killer... Oh, this just leads back out here. If you're a serial killer, you kind of just have to go, what creepy thing should I have in my house? What's the sort of creepy thing that serial killers have? You just Google, and it's just mannequins is the first thing that comes up, and you're like, right, mannequins, cool. Someone really cook in this kitchen? The health officers would turn pale if they saw that. Yeah, it's not quite as bad as Emily's, though, still. I like that Emily's room is still worse. Ah, but toilet trading card of a deer. Yay! Oh, so yeah, the deer was the deer were explained, which I appreciate. Probably shouldn't try to get in here. Okay. I don't know what he's basing that on, but this one had the red bubbles, which is why I left it late, and the glowing white aura. Is he going to react to this one? Oh. I don't know why this particular... I mean, it's obviously a secret wall, but I don't know why it gave off such a large amount of light to illuminate York's face like it did. I also don't know why, if George had this secret wall, why he had to sort of, like, hide the rest of his apartment. Wouldn't it have made more sense for his house to be normal, so that if anyone came round, it wouldn't cause any suspicion, and then this is just his secret room where he does all his creepy stuff. He was obviously a well-balanced individual.
Zach, it looks like George really had a thing for Emily.
You're such a good FBI agent figuring that out now. We've covered Emily's picture. I don't think Emily needs to see it. I mean, she's in them. She knows what she's doing. I like, though, that some of these are Polaroids. So, like... Well, there's two things I like about this wall. First of all, I like that some of these are Polaroids, so... he would have obviously... Like, some of these have been, like, taken in a car. And he would... And also, some of these are just of trees. But... So she would have known that he was taking these photos, and also that some of these aren't of Emily, and they are just pictures of women from Google, but made blurry. And I guess it's just the implication is that they're Emily. Like that one, underneath the photo of Emily's close-up face on a black background, like that one doesn't even look like Emily. It just looks like two different people. Anyway, I'm looking into this a bit too much. It. Oh, I thought I had to smash. Oh, there's George's mum. Hang on, George's mum. I'm coming in. Can't just leave an old lady trapped down here in this secret room. Hello, ma'am.
Meeting the mother is always
I'm Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York.
Son. Zach, look.
I don't think the shadow worked there properly.
That wasn't a reversed peace mark.
Oh, I've still got the locket.
It's a tree.
Only just figured it out. See, all the nonsense.
Red tree.
FK and the coffee.
F. K. Kaysen. Forrest Kaysen. He's the one.
Haha!
Emily.
Forrest Kaysen was the bad guy all along! What a twist! Except they tell you it right at the start. Which is great. It's the best kind of twist. Like I said, everything, all the nonsense in this game isn't nonsense. It just, apart from the bits where York's talking about TV shows and movies, that is just him talking about TV shows and movies. But the bits where it's all nonsense and gibberish, it all made sense now. It's a red tree. He's a thingy salesman. I think he's got red tree something on the... Oh, there's one more of these. Okay.
Previously during the investigation.
I thought we were done.
Welcome to Greenvale. Agent Francis York Morgan.
You're out of your mind. The goddess won't smile for you anymore, George.
Emily. Which room is Emily in? That wasn't a reversed peace mark. Red tree.
Zach, I need you to pray with me. Pray that things have not gone too far.
Like, I love York, but it takes him really way too long to figure out the tree thing. Oh, is this section?
There! Over there!
I get to be the Raincoat Killer! I don't remember why this section's in the game, but it's cool. So this is the original Raincoat Killer, who was Harry's dad, I think. Oh yeah, I need to head towards the community centre. Yeah, I'm gonna be the Raincoat Killer! I love when games have sections like this. It's like when you get to play as... when Metal Gear Solid added the VR missions, and they just had those couple of missions where you got to play as... Grey Fox. And it's like, this game engine really isn't designed for you to play as Grey Fox. I'm in the wrong place. But I need to murder all these people. I mean, I don't need to, but I will. It's like this engine. It really isn't designed for you to play as an acrobatic ninja with a metal sword, with a samurai sword. But it's really fun doing it. Similarly, this isn't really designed for you to run around as the Raincoat Killer. but it's still fun to. I think the only thing I can do is... Yeah, all I can do is run around and then axe people. Axe you a question. Let me accidentally hit you with my axe. Yeah, things like that. Right, I need to head over there. I thought I was sort of heading that way, but I'm not. So... Well, it might explain... There's still a couple of things that it needs to explain, and I don't want to explain them before the game does, so... Let's just see where this goes. Did I just need to go across the... Let's kill these two. These two weren't even, like, attacking people. They were just over here yucking it up. Giggling away. Okay, that's just a trick room. Oh, this whole area is a trick. Okay, I guess we cross the lawn here where it's open, yeah. Even though I'm scraping my axe across grass, it still sparks. There's no stop there. Similarly, to the normal sections when I'm running around with the zombies, I can just run past them. They're not that threatening. But I only get to be the Raincoat Killer for a really tiny part of the game, so... I'm trying to think what other clues there were in the game leading up to this point about that stuff was the stuff. I don't think there's anything too overt. They're generally quite... Can I... No, I didn't go around. Like, it's not been super obvious, but there have been clues. And in fairness, a lot of these clues might just seem obvious to me now because I already knew the plot. They probably weren't as obvious. I don't know if I need to get there before 13. What else was there? The red tree stuff is really, really prolific. Like, there's red trees all over town as well, by the way. Not just in the graveyard and in spooky. Sitting on some fire. Oh, here we go. I don't know why there are rocks. Oh, also the roots, obviously, that pop up everywhere. Red trees, red roots. I'm trying to think what other stuff there was that pointed out to be Cason. Was there anything else you said? There was obviously the last time, but this will show you in a second now. But... Oh, okay. I have to actually... I'm on a time limit now. Oh, so there's a train. I forgot about that. But, yeah. I can't remember if they mentioned a train. Why the trains didn't run anymore. I know that they mentioned that the trains were for the lumber, and since the lumber stopped, the train's not running through the town, I think. But I think the lumber mill still ran after this incident, so... I don't know. There was also, this isn't related to anything, but it's a thing that I don't think gets explained. There's a train on the way to, not train, when you're driving to the art gallery to try and save to chase Nick, a truck with a load of logging truck, a truck with a load of logs on the back, comes around the corner and knocks you off, and is what makes you spin up the road and lose Nick. Now the logging company is closed down, so I don't remember who's actually driving. I don't think it's ever explained who's driving that truck. I don't run out of time. Do I get more time for killing people? Oh, okay. I just had to survive, I guess. I failed. Dang it, I did fail. That's annoying. All right, I will skip ahead because I think it's going to chuck me right back to the start of that section. Yep. Okay. I wasn't that far off, annoyingly. Like, I just needed to really get to the front of that lawn there, and that would have triggered it. I needed maybe like 5 seconds more, and I would have done it. Irritating. But yeah, so we saw this scene earlier when, and there he is! When, Harry snuck up here as a youth, we saw a fat man in a gas mask, jiggling his belly, and it was first case, and that was the other clue that it's FK, because he's the only character who has that build. Now you're here. And just like before, the citizens of the town have gone crazy.
Daddy, Mommy, and Grandpa. Everyone's acting strange.
It's okay.
I just love that Michael's got a... jerk kids. Well, I just love that Michael has got a... stab him with a pair of scissors. I just love that Michael's got a samurai sword and he's hunched down in his little samurai pose.
Zach, the situation has gone way out of control. We need to get inside the theater.
So if I shoot any of these, I get a game over. But since it's just it's just saying
being controlled by an unknown force. Let's try not to hurt them if we can.
Who's my favourite? So yeah, it's worth killing them. It's worth killing at least one person just for that. Look at that face. Investigation failure indeed. Yeah, so you have to not succumb to the violence.
Zach, they're currently being controlled by an unknown force.
Fortunately, like, it is cool that they've sort of made these models specifically. I mean, they're obviously just reskin textures of the townsfolk, so it's not that impressive. But it's cool that they just made those for that section, literally that scene, and that's it. It's the only time they show up. All right, let's make sure I'm clean shaven, and. Should I put on the suit I started with? Or should I put on a silly suit? In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I was going to say I'd put on the suit that Emily gave me, but I'm wearing the suit that Emily gave me. I like my cherry blossom suit, but I could put on my... Let's put my agent's... Let's put the suit that I started with. I'll put this suit in for dry cleaning. Not that I really need to, but... I'm going to make myself look dapper for the... And have a quick nap as well. Moderately. We can have something to eat. This is lovely. Just like a little picnic in my brain. I think I got some high quality beef. Yeah, there we go. The pickles, just to top me up. Pickles and beef. That's the meal you want before facing off against whatever case it is. Because
open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
Yeah, there's nowhere else for me to go. So
Very well then. Off you go, Mr. York.
Thanks, Harry. I don't know why Harry's in my head, honestly. This was the bad time for the ice cream man to show up. I couldn't tell whether that was like the sound direction in this game is so it's so weird that I couldn't tell whether that was just the music in the game or whether that was outside.